What is going on, Rivian fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to go over some of the latest data points, some of the latest updates, and where I see things going from here. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So Rivian is up 3.16%. It did have a high today of 1583, so a lot of good momentum, as you can even see based on the intraday chart. It is pulling back a little bit, but keep in mind the broader market and indexes are very much red. So Rivian did have fairly good news despite it being a red day, and that good news was this. So it does look like Rivian is going to be joining Tesla's charging network starting in 2024, similar to what happened with GM and Ford. And it also does state that future vehicles starting in 2025 are going to include the ports with Tesla connectors. So in reality, this is a huge deal for Rivian. I don't see substantial cost savings on Rivian's front, just a little bit more of a benefiting and piggybacking off of Tesla. But of course, that's just my own opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. So in reality though, I do feel that this is a fairly good partnership, and at least these automakers are going to be moving in the right direction. And I do like to see the fact that it does say Rivian is technically a competitor to Tesla. So in reality, I think that's a pretty good thing right here. Whatever. Obviously, you guys get what I'm saying. So I'm going to go over some additional updates, like I said, starting with, for instance, this. So when it comes down to it, the latest Morningstar report, as I've been saying, surprisingly, even this did go down to $12. I was saying that it doesn't make sense. And based on the cash that they have and the future potential, even they've been saying that it was going to be profitable by 2024, I think mid 2024. So the fact that it went down to $12, I was basically shaking the screen, saying that this is a substantial deal and people need to take advantage, like myself, like I did. But it does show based on this, the fair market value for Rivian is $20.47. But of course, you guys do your own due diligence. Some of the latest analyst ratings though haven't really occurred for a couple months, or at least 1 month. So it does look like Barclays on May the 11th, 2023, and a $22 price target. So despite that though, even the consensus of analysts have a $23.80 target, which is still a 54% upside potential. So this is where I'm getting at. Even though based on this news, which is fairly good, it still is at a substantial discount. My own opinion, like I said. But when it comes down to a lot of data points, it is still very bullish despite the rally. So one of which is options activity. So currently right now there is $15 million in call premiums that were purchased versus 3.46 million in puts. So despite the rally, like I said, I think a lot of people are starting to realize that Rivian is at a substantial discount to what it actually does offer. And surprisingly enough, after their Q1 earnings, it didn't stay a lot higher than what it did. It had a brief spike and then it kind of just went down. Their Q1 earnings were phenomenal and they spoke with confidence and they said we are in huge demand. So that definitely did not happen with, for instance, with Lucid. And Tesla was a little bit more of a side thing, but even with Polestar, similar kind of fashion, they did not speak confidently. So this is why I really do like Rivian out of the non-Tesla EVs, if you want to consider it that way. And based on this, so this is the grid view for Rivian. So this is all the strike prices, expiry dates. Based on this, it does show a little bit more of a orientation towards $16 in the coming weeks. But like I've said in the past, options activity doesn't necessarily move the stock price. It is just merely a sentiment. But clearly based on this, the sentiment is anticipating that it is going to continue to go up. Based on this, this is all the secondary market transactions over $100,000. So clearly does indicate that big money is buying Rivian today. And of course, you can tell that based on the bid and the ask versus the selling price. There's a couple of sales among here, but majority of which is buys. But a lot of people want to know what is coming next. So of course, right now with it being at $15.41, it is currently right below this R1. So 15.57 is that next big resistance level. 14.27 is that next big support. So of course, I do feel given the momentum behind the scenes and the fact that it did temporarily already break past that, it most likely will be trading between this R1 and the R2 in the very short term. And as far as the rest of the week, there is no real big data points coming out to really boost the market. So it is just, for the most part, going to follow and piggyback off of this good momentum, which in general is very, very good. And as far as this, looking at stochastic, you do see it at 67. So it's a little bit high, no defined trend right now, but the number of retail investors buying Rivian today is just through the roof. So once again, let me know your thoughts on that. And if you are one of those individuals that did buy or add to your position, give yourself a shout out in the comments below. But over and above that, just want to give you guys a quick update on Rivian. And on a side note, obviously if you guys are looking for a lot of good compiled information such as SEC filings, press releases, transcripts, I do have a 7-day free trial for you guys, a link in the description below and also the comments. So take advantage of Seeking Alpha. But once again, moving over to Ortex, I'll go over shorts and what they are doing today. So short score is currently 64, utilization is 32.11%. As far as what they're doing today, shorts are increasing 576,000 shares. So very surprising the fact that it is up and there's a huge amount of momentum, but yet shorts are still increasing their position, which does signal that they are kind of doubtful of that. I do anticipate them increasing their position today, largely because of just the broader indexes being very red. But 12.84% of the free float is being shorted, 78.75 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow average is very minimal, so it's 0.82%. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on Rivian. Have you been taking advantage, or did you take advantage similar to myself or at the $12 range, or have you bought in recently? Like I said, there's a lot of things pointing to it continuously trending up to around the 16, 17, if not higher. So Rivian, I feel out of any of the EVs is getting the results, which is fairly positive, and they are at a substantial discount and they have sufficient amount of capital, whether it be cash or the green bonds. There's a lot of different access to capital, and given the market conditions, I think that is absolutely key. But once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on Rivian in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing I just wanted to share with you, there is a good promo with Moomoo, link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account, you get one free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. And as you can see, throw $100 at the account, you get 5 free stocks plus $100 cash reward. This is literally the pure definition of a free promo. So take advantage of this. This is only up until June the 30th. So once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like I said, and let's all make a lot of money on Rivian.